Gotcha. So, hi.
We're here.
Time. Q&A time. So
Q&A time.
we
If you guys hear a lot of banging, I'm really sorry. They're building a deck like right on the other side of my face. Oh yeah, that's a lot of banging.
all the bang.
Yeah, I don't know how long that goes on for. So I didn't know that was happening.
I guess you could put on a headset.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, but I don't know. But it's still gonna pick up my mic.
Them lips don't lie live. Josh Cox, what's up, buddy?
I was about to say, somebody said something about my lips. That has to be Josh Cox.
Them lips. Hey, so if you guys start to hear some weird feedback or something and we need to put on headsets,
let us know.
More banging than I get. More banging. I just got it. Oh, it's still kind of early. It's like 10 a.m. here. I don't need to be still sleepy. I've been taking Nikki to work in the morning at 7.
Well, we're to her bomb building classes?
It's Pegasus Laboratories. It's kind of like SHIELD is to the Avengers, but this is Pegasus, which is for Thanos. I think she works for Thanos.
I love how I asked you about that, and I was like, so Nikki doesn't build bombs, and you go, no, man, nothing like that. She just works at Pegasus Laboratory.
Pegasus.
I was like, my goodness.
Pegasus.
Dude, so something that banging really is gonna throw me off, but it's okay. It's just a nice little addition to today's episode.
It's like this is the wake the fuck up episode.
Yeah, so I'm really sorry when you upload this to your podcast and they're just like thump thump thump. But so yesterday I was pricing stuff on TCG Player.
Yeah.
Which this is a really unique situation because what typically happens is when I price something on eBay, I didn't know they were gonna be here. When I price something on like TCG Player and it's like an older modern card, let's say a Neo Destiny card, or not older modern, like an older vintage card.
Yeah.
And say it's like a Neo Destiny, like a Dark Caesar. This was the example yesterday, right? Yeah. I looked up a dark, and coincidentally enough, you love them. Also, Josh Cox says it sounds like we're listening to Rammstein in concert.
I like how you say Caesar. I like how there's so many pronunciations to all these Pokemon names. So that's the first time I've heard Caesar. It reminds me. So I automatically want to start singing Caesar by the seashore. Because
Sizor is what, yeah.
Yeah, so like because the Scyther, Sizor, that's how I pronounce it. But Caesar is cute. I think I like Caesar.
Maybe I was that kid in school that always wanted to pronounce things differently. This bang is ridiculous. I'm so sorry.
You have a headset that has a mic on it.
I do, but like here. There's the wall. Here, 1 second. There's the wall. Like it's right here. The wall is right there.
Okay.
That is the wall. Like right there is their hammer.
Okay.
It ain't going away.
So what you're saying is it probably won't help.
No, it will not help. It will not help.
Push to talk. Oh, you can do push to talk. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is beta. This is Q&A beta.
Q&A beta. Let me see if I can change my push to talk from because I'm using like Be Live, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
So anyway, Q&A. So we'll ask each other questions. You guys can throw up questions. We just wanted to get on and hang out and go live in the group and talk about Pokemon stuff. So it's like Q&A, but I mean we're also just bullshitting some Pokemon. So if you guys do want to throw up a topic that we want to talk about, that would be fun. You can do that in the comment section. That's cool. Brandon says, do you think the Amazing Rares and Rainbow Pika is going to go up in value? That's a really, really good question.
Amazing
Rares.
I'll tell you what. They're already ridiculously. I mean, Rayquaza is $30 right now.
And it used to be how much?
15 when it first came. It's doubled since it first came out. Market price on that when it first came out was like $30.
Okay.
If that. So I mean, it's really shocking to see that thing go up so fast. And I'm sure it'll dip whenever there's an alleged soft reprint coming in February.
Yeah, heard it.
And it's getting a lot of attention, but I don't understand why it's not getting as. I mean, they've done a soft reprint of Vivid already. This is like the second one they've done.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe this one's a lot more hyped just because we're in this crazy product drought.
I think everything's hyped.
Yeah.
I think all the things are hyped. But we're talking about Vivid Voltage for those of you that don't know when we say amazing rares. Because Shiny Star V will also have amazing rares. Or no, it does. It does.
Yes.
Not it will, it has. It's a real thing. Shining Fates is what I was thinking about. Will allegedly have more amazing rares. So I think, and this is my opinion on it, it depends on how easily the product is to get, and I'm just going to say they're going to go up. So the sealed product has already started to go up. It's all trending up. So pack prices are trending up. Booster boxes are now trending up. Have we checked to the daily booster box?
Yeah, let's. So I know here I'll do mine, which is Ultra Prism. Apparently, Ultra Prism is my daily booster box for us.
Ooh, really?
I looked it up the last two talks we did, I think.
Okay,
so I might as well stick with it. So Ultra Prism is still sitting around, or not still, it's at $430. Let's look at what Vivid.
Ooh, that makes me so happy. I have one box. I have one sealed box.
You would? Wow.
I have one. I got it months and months ago, and I've just been I almost broke it open for loose packs back when the packs were $5 or $6. Why am I looking up Ultra Prism? I want Vivid Voltage. So Vivid Voltage sealed products are trending up, specifically booster boxes. Loose pack pricing. As far as the sealed products that are not booster boxes, so like your Orbital, Alakazam V boxes that have 2 packs in them. There's also 3-pack blisters, Elite Trainer boxes. They're trending up, but not as violently. I'm gonna call it violent. Not as violently as the booster boxes.
I am seeing so on packs yesterday, the cheapest pack on TCG, because this was a Cody for it. I believe Cody for it's in the groups, and I was talking. Yeah, he's in both of our groups, Cody for it, and I was talking to him last night because he asked me how much my Vivid packs were. And I said, hey, 1 second, there's so much noise going on. I had said, hey, I didn't get these from distribution channels, so I don't like to say it out loud, but they're $6 a pack. Like, that's just how much I have to charge you because that's how much I paid for them secondary market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so last night when I told him that the cheapest on TCG was $6, right now the cheapest Vivid Voltage pack on TCG is $8.45.
Yeah, it's been creeping up there. It was $7.50 for several days, and then I think it was like at $8. And is that so? I believe this is what's happening. Is people know it's trending up, and so sellers know it's trending up, and so they're incrementally posting stuff or raising prices to be like, they're piggybacking each other, but in smaller increments. And as stuff continues to sell at higher and higher prices, it's just going to keep going and going and going until people stop buying at that price.
Well, and then what's interesting with TCG Player is like it lists, hey, this guy has this many of a pack for sale at this price. And then, it just goes through, it lists each seller. But what happens in TCG Player is like, say one seller lists like 20 packs for $50. Well, he gets gobbled up by the guy that has $800 $8 packs because that guy goes and sees his listing and buys them all. Like, this happens.
Yeah, I've heard it happening with singles.
Yes, it happens with singles, especially. Like that's a really good example. If you go to like some of the older vintage singles on TCG Player, like Houndoom from Neo Discovery is a good example. There's one, maybe two on there right now.
Yeah, they want to monopolize that on there.
Yeah, yeah. So right now for Neo Discovery Houndoom in light play condition, there is one listing, and it's $80. The Neo Discovery Houndoom on the last eBay solds is roughly $20 to $22 a piece, with the last one selling being yesterday. Now, with that, we were just talking about the Dark Caesar a second ago, or Scizor, and that's why I wanted to bring that up.
Caesar by the seashore.
Well, the reason I was talking about that earlier, and it's funny because now I'm contradicting it with this Houndoom talk, but the reason I bring both up is, I mean, I'm specifically looking at TCG singles, like especially older ones, almost daily because I'm listing them, right? I'm listing daily. Yeah. And what I'm starting to notice, which is a great thing, really, is I'm starting to notice TCG and eBay being closer on a lot of products. Like slowly but surely, they're both becoming very similar.
Yeah,
that is the most annoying sound.
Yeah, well, probably you think it's because people are now looking at both and taking both prices into account before they list things.
Absolutely. Well, and I think there's less like loyalists to either, because you know there's the eBay loyalist and then there's the TCG loyalist. Well, now I think there's just a whatever's cheapest loyalist.
Noah asked, do you guys have distributor connects and you know the Pokemon market? We dabble in Pokemon.
We dabble in the Pokemons, and Curtis works directly with a guy who's had a distributor account for years. It sounds like that guy's had an account for a long time.
I probably know, like on a pretty good friend basis, at least half a dozen people with distributor accounts that I get information from. Yeah. My coffee and Pokemon talk this morning over in Goldenrod was with Zach Humphrey, who's had him and his business partner have had a distributor license, and they have about 5 different accounts with distributors that they get product from, and we had some good talks on there. So we get information, you know, like we're not experts by any means. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I just like talking about Pokemon.
Likewise. And that's and in terms of how that goes on my end, I have 3 distributor accounts, and I do not and will not at any point in this year claim to call myself an expert. Some of you guys do that for me, which makes me uncomfortable because I just like to talk Pokemon.
Yeah. So that's just us, you know. Take the information. You know. With that being said, I've heard that they had pallets of reprints still. Vivid Voltage, or are Evos overinflated right now, or do you think they are on par? Evos are doing the XY Evolutions thing. Where, you know, what's driving Evo prices too, I think it's non-American customers. There's a large amount of people that buy from different countries, and XY Evolutions, you know, they want that product. I've sold a lot of XY Evolutions. Most of my XY Evolutions that I sell, I don't sell on Facebook. I sell on eBay, because I can get like double, because the people, for example, you know, and I sold 60, 36, 60. What's 36 times 2? 72. I sold 72 loose packs of XY Evolutions to a guy in Germany overnight through eBay for $1,200.
Wow.
What's that math? I don't have my calculator.
32, 1,200.
Yeah. So what's that per pack price?
Very expensive. $37.05. $37.05
for 72 packs.
Oh, 72. So it'd be like $16.25.
Yeah, so $16. There's no way in hell anyone's buying packs. So let's just say take out eBay and PayPal fees. That's like a $13 pack, probably somewhere in that ballpark. I'm not selling EXO Evolutions on my Rip and Ships for $13 a pack because people in our communities just don't pay that, but people overseas will. And I think that plays a big part in what the world perception of valuable, like perceived value of a product. Yeah, from like a world's perspective. So if that makes sense, I don't know. I feel like I started rambling there, and people were like, "Okay, Curtis."
No, because honestly, that what you're saying about, even for example, I found the mute button, by the way. I'm sure people have figured that out by now.
Cool.
Because there's lots of banging. So I just thought, like what you were saying there, that happens to me with Cosmic Eclipse. Sometimes I'll just have to take the product away from Facebook because the people in the community, don't want to, and I don't want to charge people that, but I do not mind charging the random guy on eBay that. And at the end of the day, it is still a business. So yeah. I've done the same thing without a doubt.
Young Ho, now I see Curtis is overpriced. Sigh.
This is a lie.
If you say so, I don't, in comparison. So that's Evo. That's probably one of the only sets that I sell exclusively to eBay because I do pay bills with Pokemon as well. But if you go to my Rip and Ships, I mean, I don't think anyone can argue my prices are too high on there.
No, okay. You gotta. So I do the same thing almost with moderately played Pokemon. There's a huge market for moderately played Pokemon on TCG Player. Like a moderately played Jolteon on a Facebook group might be $8, but a moderately played Jolteon on TCG Player is $22. Like I just sold a moderately played Pokemon Jolteon this morning on TCG for $22. Which, I mean, that's insane to think about.
Yeah. Josh Cox, Steam Siege will eventually get its hype. I agree. So that's Steam Siege is up to $4 a pack on TCG Player.
It's got a full art Volcanion in it, so I'm sure it will.
BTW.
That guy is awesome looking.
It's got a full art. So Brandon, to kind of finish up with your question on the amazing rares and Pika going up in value, they're trending that way. So I would say yes. When product becomes scarce, the singles in that product typically trend in the same direction as those sealed product pricing. Typically. An exception, I would say, would be Ancient Origins, $15, $20 a booster pack right now. The Mega Rayquaza EX Shiny Full Art has been sitting at $50 or $60 for the past. It hasn't moved
forever. It has not. That card has not budged in a very long time.
But the sealed product goes up. Let's see. Y'all should talk about buying bulk is a good investment and to make the time to sell on TCG Player and other play forums versus trading it in for the 0.03 and for the dollar. Yeah, because 3 cents, that's what, $30 per 1,000. Which is actually, there's a local place that I found that'll give me $30 per 1,000 on my commons and uncommons, and that's the most that I've seen locally without shipping it. So, Billy, what's your opinion on buying bulk as an investment and taking time to sell it on TCG Player?
Okay, so now that's a tricky bag. So like right now downstairs, I have a box of, that is the most annoying thing in the world. Nobody even told me this was happening. So
just ignore it.
yeah, basically. So like, first off, you have to have the time investment to do it. And you have to have like a good setup to scan these cards. That would not be my first route. Like if I were to go and try to churn some profit, buying bulk probably would not be my first route. Specifically like that $30 to $35 in uncommon and common bulk. is bulk that's within the past 5 years. You know what I mean? And any bulk from the last 5 years, you know, you're not going to find your random Bulbasaur arts that are worth $2 to $3 a piece. You're not going to find your random, you know, sought after Charizard arts, or Charmander arts that are worth $2 to $3 a piece in bulk that's only 5 years old. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna find your escape ropes that might be, or that's a poor example, but you're gonna find some of your 50-cent trainers and your $3 bosses orders here and there. But overall, picking Pokemon bulk for singles to list on TCG Player is really a script that comes from the Magic page, because Magic the Gathering bulk has a lot more avenues for playability and therefore value. So there's a lot of money in buying 1,000 cards of Magic and picking through it to list stuff. Not so much with Pokemon. If I had $100 in Pokemon and I had the option of trying to go find a random collection in the wild or to go spend it on bulk to flip it, I would try to go find a collection in the wild.
Yeah.
100%.
Of Magic. No,
of Pokemon. Of Pokemon for sure. But if you're going to try to churn bulk, like if you have no interest in the card game and you just want bulk to make money, you buy 1,000 Magic cards for $3 and you have a TCG scanning app is how I would recommend that. But there is not that type of money in Pokemon. And if you're coming from that background thinking there is, there's definitely not.
Yeah. Robbie Rayborn, when Shining Fates hits, will all my Japanese Shining V cards be worthless? I'll start on that one. I would say usually English versions of cards bring more money than Japanese. Traditionally in the past with sets, at least from what I've seen. That trend has started to change, specifically from what I've seen with some full art trainers going for more money than their English counterpart. One example, because I just looked it up, would be the Greens Exploration from, I want to say it's Team Up or Unified Minds, one of the two. The Japanese version of that from Tag Team All-Stars sells for around $100. Greens Exploration. And I think the reason that would be is the full art trainers. People have been buying for their aesthetics, for the look of the card. It's a beautiful binder set, the full arts, the waifus and all of that. Japanese will have exclusive versions of cards for their artwork. So the artwork for Green's Exploration in Tag Team All-Stars is different than the artwork for the Green's Explorations. And let me just confirm here. Green's Exploration full art is going to be Unbroken Bonds. So it's an Unbroken Bonds card. So that one listed medium is about $80. So that's a $70, $80 card in English. In Japanese, which you can't look up on TCG Player because they don't carry Japanese cards, is actively selling on eBay for around $100. The artwork, in my opinion, is a lot more appealing. It's more dynamic and it's got a Squirtle in it. So I think because of the type of set that it is, if there's going to be a price difference, no, they're not going to be worthless. First off, it's a $150 booster box. Those cards in there are beautiful. So no, I don't think it's going to be, worthless. They're going to hold value. The Marnie in that set is probably one of the higher valued chase cards of that set. I don't think that's going down when people start pulling the English version of that.
No, and so I've never seen, in the trends that I've followed, like for Shocking Volt Tackle or anything like that, I've never seen like an English print drop the price of a Japanese print card.
Uh-huh. Now, when it hits, it might be valued higher than the Japanese, but I don't think it lowers the price of the Japanese card as well. So, like, let's see. It's 198 of 190. I'm checking prices on the Marnie right now.
It should be at 200. I sold one for 140 like a week and a half ago, and it's
you sold one. You had one.
I have a second one.
Ooh,
that's the Japanese version. Sorry, the English version I think is 50.
Oh yeah, so the Japanese version, it's the one where she's like in the stadium wearing her uniform outfit.
Yeah.
It's the Shiny Star V. $150. It sold for on the 27th.
Yeah.
A PSA 10. Someone had it listed at $1,000 and took best offer on it. I'm not sure on that. About 150 to 170 seems to be about market price on the raw card.
Yeah.
With
what Zach's saying there, English tends to be valued higher. That doesn't lower Japanese prices. So in the circumstance of like vintage Japanese, you're looking at about like a 20% drop. Like Japanese to English, 20% price drop. And that's pretty standard throughout all TCGs. English is obviously the more desired one because it's more played, tournament regulation, blah, 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 collectability. It's always typically about 20% cheaper to get a Japanese copy or something like that. Now, I don't know much about Korean Pokemon, but from my understanding, that's like the less desired of all three and cheaper. Well, I say that. I mean, it's not funny. The reason I say that is because when you turn around in Magic, a Korean card is way more expensive. When you turn around in Magic, a Russian card is way more expensive. Now, if you turn around in Magic, a Chinese card is going to experience the same drop as Japanese to English that Pokemon does.
Yeah.
But other languages are more desirable based upon, honestly, symbol and text. On the card looks cool. Like Russian looks really cool on Magic cards, so it happens to be the most expensive. So foreign stuff goes in and out. Yeah. It could almost be considered inverse on specialty sets like Shiny V and stuff like that. Like that Marnie is going to stay $150, $160 when the English one comes out. That's just my opinion, though.
I agree. I would agree with that. So I was checking because I was thinking about buying Chinese Hidden Fates booster boxes. And so I was curious about pricing on the chase cards in it, mainly the Charizard. So Chinese Hidden Fates Charizard. And I was shocked to find that the Chinese version of the Hidden Fates Shiny Charizard sells for about the same as the English. The last one sold was the 5th of January on eBay, and it sold for $600, free shipping.
And that's similar with the Shiny V Champions Path. Very similar situation.
Yeah.
Very similar situation.
Do you guys? Yeah, I need to get some Chinese Hidden Fates in my life.
Shiny Star V, I don't know if he's watching. Cameron Raider. He's in both of the groups. That's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And he opened one on Christmas Eve out of my Shiny V box, opened me a Shiny Charizard.
Zach Humphrey, what's up, dog? English tends to be valued higher, but that doesn't lower Japanese prices usually. Yep. Robbie Marnie, Tester Day. Ooh. Yeah, I need that Marnie in my life. Yaku said, I don't quite understand how selling bulk works. Zach had a pretty good explanation of it this morning because Zach does. He'll buy bulk and then he'll sell bulk. And Zach kind of put a different light on it because there's people that will buy your bulk, pick through all of your bulk for trainers, played cards, popular Pokemon cards, and then take whatever else is left, so the other 80% of the bulk, and sell it. And then the person that they sell it to will pick through it.
Yes.
Look for more cards and then sell it. And then eventually it kind of climbs up that pyramid train until it gets to your Amazon repackagers, your MJ holding companies, your people that will make products like this. The ones that say one booster pack and 5 cards inside. Well, that's where those 5 cards came from. That's your bulk. That's your cards that you sold a year ago.
Yep. It really, really is too.
$20 per 1,000.
100%.
Yeah.
When did you turn into such a stud? After I got my hair cut, Dave. Dave Regalado. I turned into such a stud after I got my hair
Man,
cut.
I miss your long hair.
Yeah. Well, did I have long hair when we met?
Yeah.
Did I really?
You did several YouTube videos with your long hair, and
I linked one yesterday in a chat, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah, you had long hair when we did our first talk over in Goldenrod, the one where it looked like you were in jail because.
Oh yes, and here I am with my Pokemon backdrop, fresh out of jail. Awesome.
It's like,
hello,
hi there.
Yeah, that was. I don't think we'll repeat that. Boys.
Like grow your hair out to that length again.
No.
Hey,
Probably.
so I'm going to share this with
Okay.
with everybody. Where is it? There it is. So I got a text from a guy. It's this group of guys that do sports cards around me that I met, and we text sometimes, and they'll be like, they'll let me know when something's stocked after they left.
Sure.
So I can go and pick through, but they, can flip and resell.
Yeah.
So this is from Excel Trading Cards, which stocks targets.
Yes.
This was dated Monday, the 25th at 9 a.m.
Oh, share it. Go to the top. Go to the top at your screen, and you should be able to throw this up.
Okay, hold on. Let me download this real quick. And let me go here, top to my screen. So I can drag and drop it or something?
I think so. I'm going to let me test it out. But if you hit share, and it looks like Oh
yeah, you did it. I see it. So I can throw it up in the screen.
Yes, you can. You can because you're the presenter.
Okay. Cool.
So that's like a Cosmic Eclipse pack price, and I think you can take my face off of there if you want to show it. We're learning, guys. This is learning with courtesy.
Yeah. So let's take that off, remove, and then you clicked what to throw that up there?
For me, I'm sure you probably have a bigger toolbox, but at the top left for me, I have camera and then screen at the very top left of the Be Live window.
There it is. Cool. Okay. My entire screen. How about an application window? Which is going to be this one. We're figuring it out. Okay, it won't let me do that. Wants to share, choose what you'd like to share. Chrome tab. Yeah, there it is. This one. No, not that one. I'm almost there. Almost.
Oh, no. This is something we'll use every time.
Yeah.
I mean, once we figure it out.
Oh, so I need it in this tab. Okay, hold on. Almost there.
I'm going to be that cheesy guy that vapes on the stream. Billy, USPS hates us. I'm looking at the Be Live window, but USPS doesn't hate anybody. They're just very busy, and they're a very busy entity.
Okay. We're jiving. I don't know if this is going to be readable. Let's see if I can make it bigger.
If you take away my face, maybe.
There we go. We can do it this way. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. Is that readable? How about that?
Yep. Brent King, if you're talking about our packages, go ahead and message me about that. Not comment on the Q&A. I cannot see that.
You can't read it?
No. Well, I can see the thing, but I can't read it. But I think it's because my face is the third panel. But either way. That is a very bona fide and legitimate letter.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll just read it. I'm going to get rid of this and I'm just going to read it. How about that? So this is changes that Excel is going to be making, oh goodness, to their process for stocking targets. There's been recent uptick and concern around guests shopping Excel merchandise. Excel is the company that stocks our trading cards at Target. This merchandise is delivered at various times throughout the week by UPS. Because of the recent uptick in concerns, aka waiting, and then resellers buying all stock, this is how we will handle the inventory going forward. We will keep all Pokemon cards and sports cards in the back and big permanent marker right for Curtis Abbott on it, and wait for him to drive by with his big box truck, hand it to him, and not charge him. Just kidding. We will stock the merchandise as it comes in at various times throughout the day. So I'll read that again. We will stock the merchandise as it comes in at various times throughout the day. Our S&E team, which is I'm assuming is their team that will, be stocking shelves, will own replenishment of this merchandise and should only bring up what can be stocked effectively in a 15-minute window as guest traffic allows. We will request that the Excel vendor arrive before store open or after store closes 1 day a week to stock any unworked merchandise.
Before or after store closes?
Yeah.
Before store closes, after store closes. So they have to be there after hours is what that's saying.
Correct. Before the store opens or after the store closes. If a line begins to form, please call an ETL, something leader, I don't know, or myself, not sure who myself is, whoever typed this, I'm guessing. And we will rope off the section and utilize the virtual check-in process. So their virtual check-in process, if you guys don't know what that is you go inside Target, you take a number, essentially, and they text you or message you whenever it's your turn to go inside and get some cards. Some Targets do that. Not all of them have the ability to do that, but it's basically curbside pickup for trading cards. We will limit the purchase of trading cards to a standard household quantity, which per Target policy is 4 per household. This means they can only purchase 4 sports cards, 4 Pokemon sets, etc.
Interesting enough, mine here specifically says and states 1 UPC, and it goes as far as to say Dragon Ball collectibles, Naruto collectibles, sports, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So it even lists the DBZ figurines. And it specifically states 1, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. If a guest asks about the new process, please inform them that in an effort to keep all guests safe and adhere to social distancing, we have altered the routine around replenishment and are enforcing purchase limits so that our team has the opportunity to safely replenish the merchandise and so that all guests have the opportunity to safely shop this high demand merchandise. Did I skip something here? No. Okay. Here we go. I thought it said something about focusing on sports cards. So this is the approach from my peer Mike in regards to Excel merchandise. Hey, Mike. Excel merchandise is delivered by UPS almost every day and stored until the vendor comes once a week. Going forward, this needs to be stocked each day at various times.
Oh, wow.
For the time being, focus on the sports cards, since that is what the guests are mainly coming in for. To ensure there is not a distraction to any guests and that the physical lines do not form. Oh, sorry. That was a continuation of that same sentence. If a line does not start, go ahead and use the virtual line in the guest reservation app on the Zebra All targets are getting a zebra. So it sounds like an app on the zebra, so the guests can shop around the store until they receive a text. If the guests stay in a physical line, please ask them to wait outside. Yada yada yada. All advocates, electronics, and TMs that are logged into the phone need to know how to answer questions from these guests. Yada yada yada. Cards are delivered random days of the week and stocked at random times. Okay, so to sum up, what it looks like is going to happen is the vendors will still have a job. They're just going to go and restock their stuff that's not high demand, things that, the 12 people group of, usually sweaty, unfortunate looking guys that haven't showered in a week are waiting for. Sports cards and your Pokemon cards that are going to be highly sought after stuff. Actually, this is really good news, especially before Shining Faith hits, because guys, if that stuff's going to be stocked at random times throughout the week, and it sounds like they're probably going to be stocked like little by little, not all at once, there's a good chance for people to walk into a Target finally and be like, oh, they have stuff. Oh, they have stuff now.
And I think the fact that how they worded that really sounds like they're trying to pepper out when it hits the shelf. You know what I mean? As opposed to 2 weeks worth of product hitting the shelf at a singular period of time.
Yeah.
And like it just getting cleared
30-minute time frame, basically.
Yeah, well, and the fact that they specifically mention before and after closing hours and stuff like that, like it's very clear they're trying to pepper out like when they hit the shelves, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And there's still
That's the way it used to be.
Yeah, it's the way.
That's the way it used to be.
Yes, it's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
And, maybe it's a good thing for like the rip and ship communities and stuff like that as a whole. Because what is happening in some of these places, if you go on Twitch right now, Vivid Voltage is $11 a pack. And which is a weird thing. There's a disparagement between Twitch and Facebook rip and shippers. Like there truly is. And
there's Facebook, and then there's Instagram, which stuff is so expensive on there.
Me and you just talked about this on the phone, this hierarchy. And so I don't know if maybe that will mitigate some of those Twitch streamers with their $11 Vivid Voltage packs, because those guys, I doubt, have ties to distribution or talk to people with distribution. I'm sure they're just buying them for $4 a pack and doing that. So maybe that stuff will mitigate things like that, because I think stuff like that is toxic. I think people having rip and ships for $17 Cosmic Eclipse packs and $11 Vivid Voltage packs is toxic. I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
it's just that's nasty. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to sell my packs for that. I'd be lying to you if I said I wouldn't love for people just to be ecstatic to buy my Vivid Voltage for $11 a pack. But it's just not the world that we live in, and it's not the community that we have. And people work hard for their money, and it just doesn't need to happen. They're not paying $8-9 for their Vivid Voltage to sell it at $11 a pack. Now, to touch on the big IG guys and the Twitch guys, the rip and shippers that get big money, the breakers. So breaks originated with sports cards for these big dollar hobby boxes that were like $5,000, $10,000 hobby boxes. A pack of like these boxes that are like $5 to $10 grand or more. Stupid money right now, and there's like 10 packs of cards in the box, but the hits in those things are massive. And so what happens is, well, I can't find one person to buy this for this much money, but I can piece out all of the NFL teams and break this box price into 32 different people that are going to pay a 32nd of the price, and then and then Joe Schmo gets all the Kansas City Chief players. Billy Bob gets all of the Miami Dolphins players, and so that's how these guys make their money, and they're able to actually mark up the product by doing that.
Yeah.
And so the distributors that have these products, these hobby boxes, if I'm them and they're making decisions, they're making business decisions. They're like, yo, this guy's selling this product for 40% more than this card shop is. So I'm going to up my price, sell it to them, probably exclusively, and I make more money and they make more money. That's a business decision. Yeah. And what's happened is it's starting to happen with Pokemon products too. Where these breakers, these IG people, these guys that are selling, these stupid price stuff that people are buying into, whether it's because they have a big following, whether it's guys like, I don't know, PokeRev or these big YouTubers that do big breaks, like these guys that just somehow seem to always have a vintage Wizard of the Coast booster box break like every day.
Yeah.
These guys with like a Skyridge booster box sealed where they sell packs out of it.
Right.
Well, where do you think they're getting those from? I mean, are these guys' pockets so deep that they're just buying up all these booster boxes, or, or do they have some sort of deal worked out with? So that's something to think about when it comes to product stuff. That's a sports card. Several conversations I've had about sports cards with people that, know that IG community like the back of their hand. I honestly, I've never really been a part of the Instagram community when it comes to breaks or sealed products and stuff. I've heard a lot about it. Yeah, that's where the money's at, is the Instagram.
Yeah. I've gone on there before. They even do razzes on their Instagram post. Like they'll have a Raz on their post, and then the owner of the post shows up later and spins a name wheel. Name wheel is typically what I've seen people use on Instagram. They don't use random.org, which is also another weird thing. Name wheel is just you put a name, 1 through 8 or 1 through 10, and you put a name for each person you spin the wheel.
Is it a digital wheel? Is it a digital wheel, or
some people have a mechanical
wheel?
Physical wheel? I've also seen that, but there is a website called Wheel of Names, and it randomizes like random.org and just spins a wheel. Yeah. But I also have seen people make physical wheels as well, which is funny.
Do you guys think those guys do it for the love of the TCG or in it for the money? Could be both, I guess, but damn. So the guys I've talked to and have conversations with about like mostly when it's come to like the IG community sports cards guys getting all the good product, and people just the only way that they can get it is either online at inflated prices like stupid, or through breaks through these like IG guys. And this is what they say. That sports card community is so like, it is not like Pokemon. I've invited a lot of sports cards guys to my Pokemon page because they dabble in both. And they tell me, they're like, dude, Pokemon people got passion. Yeah. Pokemon people love the hobby. The sports card market is so congested with people that are so shallow when it comes to that hobby, that all they want to do is make money, that these big money-making IG breaker guys, if no one's buying shit, they're gone. They're like, yo, message me when you guys want to buy some stuff. They don't give back. Like, they never give back anything. They're not like giving away free stuff. There's all these people that entered this break with me. By the way, you're all entered into raffles for this free product as well. No, it just doesn't happen with sports. It does not happen.
Yep. And to speak on Pokemon people being passionate, so I mean, you could even take me for example, who now I do, me and you both do TCG full time. That's what we do full time, and I
keep it going through 2021. I'm scared.
Yeah, all 2021. Me and Curtis vow to remain self-employed. All 2021, this is happening. But I don't think either of us would be doing it if we weren't passionate about it. You know what I mean? Also, coming from two different individuals that like money and business, we both have a mind for it. And but I still don't think, even coming from my capitalistic mindset, I don't think I would be doing this if I didn't have a passion for it. And I know I wouldn't be doing it if the only way I could make money is to sell Cosmic Eclipse packs for $19 on my Twitch stream. You know?
My girlfriend and I used to get in arguments after I would get off of my live streams when I first started doing it, because I would set up a live and I would do giveaways. I would do live giveaways.
Yeah.
And I started off in a page that, you know, I'm not in anymore. But when I was on there, like Wednesday night was my night.
Yeah.
You know, they allowed me to go live Wednesday night. So I was like, ooh. So I was just getting into it. I was wanting to make a name for myself. And I'm like, you know what? If I've learned anything from my past business ventures, it's if you want to be successful at building a brand or a business, you need to start off not chasing money. You need to give value. So you need to giving value is the most important thing at the beginning, because people will 100%. See that and appreciate that. So at that point during the summer, I was watching other people's live stuff and ripping ships, and I'm like, man, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like so much fun. My background is theater, acting, directing, and I love being in front of the camera, and that was just right up my alley. And so they would do live giveaways. They'd be like, okay, guys, time for a giveaway. Here we go. Here's a hot, steamy pack of Steam Siege free for you.
Let's you had it sitting there ready for the giveaway.
Let's do the Pokemon guessing game here. Put down in the chat the original, one of the original 151 that I'm thinking about. Go. Cool. Oh, so-and-so got it. It was Squirtle. This one's yours. Here we go. The exciting Steam Siege pack. So here's my giveaways. I was like, cool, guys. Just say here in the chat, and you get entered into a random.org free Raz.
Yeah.
Where's my Burning Shadows Elite Trainer box?
Right.
Here's my Shining Legend Zoroark pin box collection. I was giving away exciting stuff. To me, it was exciting. I had the product to where I wasn't really worried about making money. I was just trying to give value, and give back. Cause dude, it's like, if no one liked me and they didn't feel like they were getting value from my ripping ships, me, if you buy 5 packs, they're all green code cards, I'm gonna grab you another pack.
Yeah.
Oh, you won the green code card challenge. Surprise. Here's another pack.
Yeah.
Because, I want to make sure everyone gets value. And so anyway, I would do like ripping ships or something, and I wouldn't really sell a whole lot, but I would give away all my products.
Sure.
It would be several $100 market value worth of products. Sure. And I get off my live and I love my girlfriend to death, and she's very, I don't know what the term is, but essentially it was to the effect of, maybe you shouldn't give away all those products if they're not buying stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not what it's about. Like that's just not what I'm trying to, that's just, I'm not going to do it. Like, even if no one buys anything, I'm still going to give this stuff away. I've done live ripping ships where I rip an entire box of Darkness Ablaze just to give away all the hits in the box to one person and not sell a damn thing, because, the community is amazing. It allows me to do this. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be enjoying the hobby to the point of, being able to have a conversation like this and call this work.
Yeah. Like today,
so absolutely. But some people just don't get that. A lot of people in the community that have their own pages and have that family mentality and don't let anyone go live on their page because it's going to dip into their pockets and the money they make. And, if that just is their focus, it's never been mine.
Yeah.
The page I started it. All I did was plant a seed. It's not my page. I don't make any decisions on that page, without consulting this, really awesome leadership team on there. I don't, it's there for the community, because I feel like the Facebook community as a whole needs more of that.
I can specifically vouch for that. I got a phone call while you were still in this other group from you. I mean, you called me while you were still in that other group, and everything you asked were all community-based questions to tailor a place for people. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't ask me like anything that would have been advantageous to you as a person. You just asked me. You asked first off. We were talking about Razes. Remember, that was one of the first things we talked about. We were talking about roller fees. We were talking about basically all these constructs that people have in place to make their group ache into communist China. And so it's just really nice to see Goldenrod ran as a democracy, because that's
pages that charge to run Razes, in my opinion. Well, my opinion is just that I just don't agree with it, and I'll never do it. My cost to have a random.org account to use on the page to rolls all the Razes. It's $25 a month, and I get to do unlimited. Pages will charge a $2 roll fee. I roll, or the page rolls roughly between 150 and 200 rolls a month for Razes and minis and WFFs. I mean, if I wanted to monetize that $2 a roll, I'll make it a $400, or the profit on that is. So the profit on that would be $375.
You'd pay a utility bill.
Yeah, or they charge a percentage of it. To me, it's like, no, I'm not going to charge any fees so that everybody wants to run their Razes on this page.
Yeah,
I'll spend $25 so that there's 60 to 80% more Razes posted on the page. To me,
is the $150 worth it to you, or is the 10,000 extra reacts in your group a month worth it? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. You can't put a price on stuff like that.
And because
on group interaction and stuff like that free Razes create.
Yeah. So. And because this video is going to go up on my YouTube and also on a podcast I started, for those of you that don't know, we're talking specifically about Facebook groups. Razes are essentially a random giveaway.
Yeah, and maybe at some point we talk about this longer, because that is a lot of people. And for anyone listening that is not part of these Facebook groups, Facebook is a huge cabal network to the trading card community, and if you're not in it, it sounds like this foreign entity. But like the underground like social networks for trading cards is insane. It's huge. So these things we're talking about are characteristics and definitions that are attributed to the social networking groups of buying and selling trading cards, specifically Pokemon.
Yeah, Devin Anderson, my guy. Devin's been a friendly face frequenting over there in Goldenrod. Awesome ripping ships. He does stuff over on this page.
Yeah,
too.
I taught Devin. I am Devin's mentor.
Yeah, Devin's a dude.
Devin has a brain of steel. Like we talk daily, and that guy he's got a brain of steel. He has been modifying and changing and adjusting the best ways for him to do his rip and ships since he started.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember how we had met, but someone had pointed him towards me, and we just sat down and had a conversation about rip and ships, and ever since then he has like daily improved how he does it, where he gets his product. Like, dude's in it for the people, without a doubt. He's a good dude.
It's a learning thing. When you first start out, I remember my first live. It was terrible.
David Rex did his first live yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
See, that's what it's about. Like, I love when people message me and they're like, yo, I want to do a rip and ship on your page, but I've never done it before. I'm not going to be like, well, you can only do it on Friday afternoon from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also, let me know how much you're selling your packs for. Don't you undercut me, you piece of shit.
Well, and so check this out. Yesterday, I actually got asked this. Yeah. You do not undercut my prices. This is what I do on my rip and ships. Make sure you match it. So check this out. It's actually really funny, because somebody asked me about rip and ships the other day, and in Rocket's training gym, they were like, hey, can I do that in here? And I quite literally copy pasted the same exact message when I was with you in Goldenrod. We have no plans of turning this into a police state. because it's literally this. You know what I mean? I think me and you probably just work together well because those are, it's about community, and it is about stuff like that. It's not about again, the money is good, capitalism is great, but there is a way to provide service and generate revenue for yourself without anybody feeling like they, got fucked before the lipstick got.
I remember my first conversations about starting my own page, and this is what I said. I would love to hop on a page and see 3, 4, 5 different lives going on at once. There's an auction, there's a rip and ship, there's a break, there's razzes going on, there's fun posts, hobby posts, people pull fire, they post it up. Basically what Facebook needs is like so think of goldenrod at a veer bank level.
Yeah.
So a one-stop shop, there's no need for any other Facebook group, because why would you hop around on 4 or 5 other different Facebook groups
that have post approval, that have a wait line, that have all these things? And for anybody that's watching or listening that does have one of those groups, I'm not saying those are wrong.
Yeah.
But what goldenrod offers has been needed since the beginning of Facebook groups for buying and selling trading cards.
Yes, I'm not one to start drama. I'm not one to create waves. I'm not saying these other people aren't good people.
Right.
All I'm saying is, I feel like Walmart needed to happen. No, that's a bad example. I feel like no, just forget I said that. I was thinking of
don't ever use the most tyrannical corporation.
Yeah, scratch that. I haven't had enough coffee this morning, but basically, I feel like there needs to be a place for someone to go that's new to the hobby and new to the Facebook community, where they can go and it's a playground.
Yeah.
They can go and be like, you know what? I want to dabble in rip and chips and see if I like it, and not jump through loopholes, not have to pay money, not
get attacked, not
have to have their prices. I want to sell Vivid Voltage, and I bought it at the store for $5, but they're telling me I can't sell it for more than $5. I also paid tax on it, so why do I have to lose money? Can I not sell it for or try to sell it? Somebody might buy it for $6. Right. People ask me prices for their raffle, their packs all the time, and I say, I'll tell you what I charge for it. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I would recommend just keeping it around market pricing, so that people are comfortable paying it.
Well, and it is, from a administrator perspective or something, and I'm sure you'd agree, it's also important to say, and I'm sure you do say it, because I do all the time to people, is make sure you're also equating what you paid for it. You know what I mean? Like you said, if your Vivid Voltage at the store was $5.50, then obviously you can't rip and ship it for that. You have to be able to do it for $7. And, maybe that's something, I'm glad you brought that up, because maybe that's something people don't realize. Like, people could easily take that as a negative if they saw that, on a page. Oh, well, this guy's doing it. Well, no, this group allows that because this is capitalistic market society we live in. In some places, people pay more for other things. So if that guy bought his stuff at the store for $5.50, why shouldn't he be able to rip and ship it for $7, even if it is a little over regular price? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that the group offers those things, because people are scared and intimidated. Every question you get about someone wanting to go live in goldenrod, there has to, you know what I'm talking about. There's that little key note of hesitance, because they get spearheaded in any other group, or attack.
I keep posting up at the top pretty regularly an announcement that says it's an open market page, no post approvals, no regulated lifetime, whatever. But people will still ask me, because that's just the general way that other groups roll.
Well, when me and you were first, so you did the first live in goldenrod, and I did the second one. I did an 8-hour live. Remember, I fell asleep.
Yeah, you were up till like 5 or 6 in the morning and fell asleep while you were live, weren't you?
It was the
Didn't
second
you?
live Goldenrod.
Fall asleep.
And I had even asked you. I said, Curtis, I want to go live, but you just started. And you were like, yeah, dude, that's the whole point of my page. Go live. And like I was like, I thought that I had even felt like I was stepping on your toes or I was doing something wrong. And you had to spend probably 2 or 3 days of listening to me being like, hey, I'll wait until you're done. And after the 4th time of you telling me, hey, dude, it doesn't matter, I finally listened to you. But it's just a beautiful thing because people aren't used to it, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing out of people's comfort zone.
Yeah, people will do that, and they'll say, "Hey, you know, like, when are you going live tonight?" They don't do it much anymore because they just know my MO now. But they're like, "Hey, are you going live tonight? What time?" I don't want to go live during the time that you go live, and I'm like, "No, you really, really should."
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah, because here's what's cool about it is if I go on this page and there's like 3 lives going on, well, I'm busy on this page for the next several hours because I'll just pop into one.
Yeah.
But, you know, if they're not opening packs that I'm generally interested in, I might go to the other one. You know, maybe you know, I'm the type that'll show love to all the people in the community, and I'll just buy a little bit of packs from all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing too. There's no famine. You know, even on these pages with 1,000 members, like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I go on and go live to Rip and Ship and there's 2 or 3 other people. I'm probably going to sell about the same amount because there's some people that'll just exclusively buy from me. You know, I've noticed that. I hop on one of my good buddies, Jerry Francis, will do live Rip and Ships and Goldenrod, and I'll pop in there every once in a while. I'll see names I've never seen before on there buying 30 packs from him, and I'm like, "Where's this person?" Well, it's because people may have their little customer bases and the people that like them, and you know they might have their own reasons for buying from Jerry. Maybe it's because they don't like the fact that I wear hats. They think it's intimidating. It's like, you know, like a power stance or something.
I don't like that. Well, your head's bigger than mine. You're the only person that has a bigger head than me. I hate that.
Yeah, I started doing it because I have all these pins, like, and I wanted somewhere to wear them. So I'm like, well, hats are perfect for it. And then I just started buying hats. But anyway, like what I'm saying is, you know, like I've got my people that I tag when I go live.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, the people that ask me to tag them when I go live.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you're good about, if you give value, if your prices are fair, you know, if you make it fun and entertaining,
make it fun. That is an important thing people don't touch on.
You really got nothing to worry about. And so that's the thing too that people don't realize. You know, like these other pages, people probably ask all the time, like, "Ooh, I want to try ripping and shipping. It looks so fun." It's not for everybody. You know, there's been nights where I've been off. You know, I know it. I just suck. I'm on there and I'm just a big pile of turd trying to open packs for people. But some nights it's really fun, and you know, it's flowing and it's cool and it's exciting. You know, some people will try it out. I'll help them get set up. I'll be like, yeah, you know, and then they'll do it once, maybe twice, and then, you know, they just don't do it anymore because it's not for them.
Sure.
But at least they tried, and they were in
at least they tried.
Yeah,
at least they tried.
That embraced them and said, yeah, that sounds great. You know, I'll help you out if it you know works and you stay on there. Then awesome. You know, we probably have half a dozen pretty regular live rip and shippers on the page.
Easily.
And that's just what I've seen. I don't live on the Facebook page 24/7. You know, I'll pop on and be like, "Oh, this person made an announcement. Had my first live rip and ship today. Thank you so much. It's fun." And I'll be like, "When did that happen? I missed it."
Right. I love that.
But that's awesome. I love seeing that. Hey, so we're going on an hour and 10 minutes. I know we wanted to keep these little things short. We'll hop back on again whenever you know.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow. I'll be ready.
How about coffee and Pokemon tomorrow?
Yep, coffee and Pokemon. No Q&A.
Coffee and Pokemon. No Q&A. Well, I mean, there's always
Q&A. We're always here for you.
Always Q&A. Always Q&A.
Before we leave, Devin Anderson, thank you for being the newest member of these Rip and Ships that we're talking about. Out of, I would say that you are the newest member that we see that does that, and that is really cool. It's really cool to just see extensions of the arm slowly growing out.
Yeah,
that gives Curtis and I more joy than probably anything else. Yeah. And then he also mentioned Nimbus, Chris and Tony. always showing some love, blah, blah, blah. Tony is my mod on my Twitch chat, and he is so extremely helpful. And Nimbus is also great. Honestly, I guess I'll just go on a tangent if I don't shut up. We just have a really great community, and it's fantastic.
I love our community.
I love it. All right, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. See you mañana. Love you guys. Later.
All right, I left you hanging.